today's video we're going to be talking about McDonald's ads. It was a fantasy land used in the 80s and 90s for McDonald's ads, and they had a lot of interesting characters and lore, and so we're going to be looking through some of that today. But first, let's go to McDonald's. Hey, welcome back to HQ. First of all, I can't wear my glasses anymore because I have new lights, which is cool, production value, but no more glasses. You're gonna have to get used to this face for a while. And to begin with, we're gonna sing the McDonaldland anthem. And I know that some of you might not know what the anthem is, and by some of you, I mean two of you, because this should be common knowledge. But in case you don't, lyrics are on screen. I'm gonna sing along to it, and you should sing along too. And if you don't, that's kind of fucked up, man. Get yourself ready for a trip in McDonaldland. Take along a friend and grab hold of Ronald's hand. Follow Ronald McDonald through the land of apple pie trees. And don't be surprised when you meet Big Mac and McCheese. There's milkshake volcanoes, you'll even find a French fry patch. Now just turn around and see if you won't find a hamburger patch as you're heading for McDonald's. In McDonaldland, at McDonald's, in McDonaldland, at McDonald's, in McDonaldland, at McDonald's. Alright, so the fries are going to be a section of characters that are they appear a few times in a couple of commercials, but not super important. They're just characters that appear a few times. We're going to start off with Fry Kids, aka Fry Guys, aka Fry Goblins. If you're wondering why there's so many name changes, it's because originally they were Fry Goblins, and then they decided to change to Fry Guys to make it more friendly, and then because they started introducing girls in them, they call them Fry Kids. The only common thing in all those names is the word fry, so you think that the way they look, that's the most important part, right? Nope. Now we got the bureaucrats, aka Mayor McCheese and Officer Big Mac. So now we figured out that in this world, in this McDonaldland, that anybody with any person of authority or maybe even a government official has some sort of hamburger on their head. So I mean, hopefully one day, maybe not soon, but we'll get a President McCheeseburger. But the characters are just that, they don't seem that interesting. Officer Big Mac just feels like a regular old grunt, so I'm not really gonna talk about him anymore. And then we got Captain Crook. He's a pirate. He steals filet fishes because pirates steal fishes. Next we got Uncle O'Grimacy. Uncle O'Grimacy is a grimace type character that is used to advertise for the Shamrock Shakes, which I do really want to drink. They look very cool. Next up you got the Professor. The Professor is the only human in the cast, and he's called the Professor, so you think, okay, what does he do? Because in this world, all the food, as stated in the song, grows on patches and fields and in lakes or whatever, so there's no real, what does he do? Does he make science projects? Nope, he makes this. These fellas are the McNugget buddies, and I've also thrown in the Happy Meal gang, and the reason why I've done that is they're sort of the same character. They honestly feel like a light version of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And finally, for the fry section, we have Cosmic, that's spelled C-O-S-M-C, as in Cosmac, as in Cosmic, as in space, because he's a cute little alien dude, and I do like him a lot. Alright, in this section we're going to be talking about the main mascots of McDonaldland and McDonald's in general. You should all be pretty familiar with all these characters, and so we're going to kind of fly through them because there's not much to be said about them, to be honest. First up, we've got Ronald McDonald, the clown himself. I don't need to say anything about him. You know him, I know him, he scares me. Next up, we got Ronald McDonald's dog. So fun fact, in this picture, he's terrifying, but apparently in other times he's just a regular dog. Grimace, my personal favorite McDonald's mascot. He's just a lovable purple thing, but fun fact, he was gonna originally be evil, so I'm glad he's not. Birdie the Early Bird. She was McDonald's first female character, and apparently her lore extends to the fact that one day Ronald himself got an egg from the sky and he decided to raise it and hatch it, and then it became, a lovable birdie. This really makes you think about the kindness of Ronald McDonald. I mean, what if an egg dropped on you? Like, would you be able to treat it with kindness and raise it as your own? Me? Hey guys, voiceover Sylvester here, and I'm just here to tell you that the plan for this bit was to have someone throw an egg on me, but unfortunately at the time of recording there was nobody available to throw an egg on me, nor did I have an egg in my house. So instead have this alternate reality version of the bit. Ah, egg! Ah! Next up we got the Hamburglar. We've got the typical failed villain becomes ally kind of character. The next two characters are kind of special because one of them is the first ever mascot of McDonald's, aka Speedy. He was replaced as the mascot in 1967 after 5 years. And yeah, I mean, I think it's important to talk about the first one. And finally, we have this atrocity, Happy. I fucking hate Happies. I don't understand why they're even a mascot. They are quite creepy. They look gross, and McDonald's, I mean, Happy Meals aren't really the best part of McDonald's, at least. I mean, what kid looks like that and wants to eat that? It's ridiculous. Finally, we have what everyone was waiting for, the milkshake. I named this section this because I think you guys know I hate the McDonald's milkshake, and that is how I feel about most of the characters I'm going to talk about next. These are the weird, these are the funky, these are the straight up creepy things that I don't know why they chose to make. Let's begin. So let's talk about geography for a second. You might not have been expecting that one, but don't worry, neither was I. So obviously, this fantasy land, as fantasy as it may be, it has a regular day-night cycle. So you think, okay, it's got a sun and a moon. What if we made that sun and moon talk? So this is the sun, and this is the moon. Related to geography, you remember back in the McDonald Land anthem, when we mentioned something called hamburger patches. They're just these things that grow hamburgers, you know, it's quite typical. I mean, it's a McDonald's themed fantasy land, so of course, you know, they don't create the burgers, they grow, correct? That's what I thought too until I looked at a picture of the hamburger patch. Here it is. They are sentient. Why? I don't know. And according to the fucking minimal research that I did, they absolutely do feel pain when they get plucked out to get eaten. For what? If you're gonna make a fantasy land where you don't have to murder cows so that you can get a good patty on your goddamn double cheeseburger, why make the double cheeseburger have feelings? I'll tell you where the hamburger patches belong. In the trash can. In the McDonald Land's living trash can. That's another character. We're moving on. Bernice. Now Bernice was another one that really I didn't understand, not for why it was created, but what it is. What is it? I don't know. It just looks like a thing. For this next one, let's play a little bit of a game. I'm going to tell you the name of this creature and I'm going to describe it to you a little bit, and then you've got to imagine what this character looks like, and then after that I'll show you what it looks like and you can see if you were close. So the character's name is I Am Hungry. He's an alien. He can only say I am hungry, but he likes to eat. What do you think he looks like?
Who's that Pokemon? It's
I am hungry.
Finally, the very last thing we're gonna be talking about is Asta. So in 1999, McDonald's released a game called Mission to McDonaldland, and it featured an original character called Asta. This is what he looks like. There are no real front-facing pictures because he's always like walking sideways, so it already looks very weird. But what really got me was the gameplay of this game. I watched some of it and I disliked everything about it. How bad could it be? You're saying? Here's 30 seconds of gameplay while I disappear.
because our toy factory is broken down. Unless you help us, we greatly fear that there'll be no presents at all this year.
Okay, I'm back. Did you like that? No? Yeah, me neither. Here's another. Alright, that is all the characters I've prepared. There were a bunch more, little characters here and there, some that are kind of redacted now, that I could have mentioned but I didn't. I wanted to just highlight some of the characters and little facts of lore and stuff that I thought was interesting, as well, put some bits in there, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the style of this video, it's definitely different from what I've been doing so far, so please let me know. And yeah, I was cursed with this knowledge, and now you are too. That's all. See ya.